Hello everyone, it is October 16th, Friday. I had the day off from work and it is 7:30 in the morning and I am heading off to Doug's. I am currently waiting for my rear view mirror, my rear view window back there to defrost. It's the crack of dawn, as you can see from right there. Sun just started coming up a minute ago. I took some medicine and I have my provisions. I have some chicken and a biscuit crackers, some water, which I've already opened, have my GPS set, which I just need to get back into place there because it doesn't stick on my dash. I'm about to call Doug and tell him that I'm on my way. So let's go for a drive. And I've arrived at the Incubus's place. Here's his cat Dirt sitting in my seat as usual. We had tea, and now he has a giant syringe.
Just what I always wanted.
So now we are getting ready to do some cooking, and as usual, the Incubus is like, we must film it.
Well, I didn't so much say that as much as you, but still.
You actually specifically did that, but look what we found. We did some edible item abduction, and we found Lady Grey tea. Normally, you can only find, at least in the stores, I've only been able to find it in the
Combo pack?
Yeah, in the little sample packs. But we got this, which is some sleepy decaf green tea. Antioxidants, it's lemon and jasmine.
I accidentally bought the decaf?
And that's what it says right there.
Whoopsies. Oh well.
Then there's this
Still jasmine.
honey lemon ginseng.
Absolutely not sleepy.
And then I really find it funny that it's decaf. We have some ultra spice chai.
I'm very glad I bought the second green tea now.
And then there's pure oolong tea.
One of my favorite oolongs.
And this is almost done. Jasmine green Numi organic tea.
Not decaf.
And this is another honey lemon ginseng tea. We have some chips in here. Or not chips, crackers. These are garlic herb wheat thins. And then some vegetable thins. Whoopsie. That's my cough syrup. And we bought some
Because you're sick
cocoa.
every time you come here.
I am not. I wasn't sick last week.
Basically, burp.
No, I was not. But we're here. We bought pumpkins, which are in my trunk. Which, depending on how tired we are later or whatever, or maybe tomorrow, it just kind of depends.
On what we decide to do, because we haven't decided yet. We actually have time for once together, and we don't have to worry about anything. This means much of our time will not be YouTube worthy and or allowed.
Okay, Incubus, what's going on here?
Well, we're gonna make the marinade, of course.
Alright.
So,
What do we have in here so far?
oregano's the majority of this so far. We got a couple bay leaves, not too many. A little bit of cumin, because everything in the Mediterranean somehow finds cumin in it eventually. An actual good, well, what I consider one of the good virgin olive oils. And that we're going to need a whole ton of in here, where the little pour thing actually works against us. So there's going to be a hot minute. And you don't want a whole ton at first, because I like to roll the chicken in this, and that's why it's in a bowl as well. Normally, if you marinate, you can just put it in a Ziploc baggie. However, in this instance, we're also going to be harnessing this for other nefarious purposes, so we'll get to that.
We are?
Yeah, it's getting injected into the chicken as well.
Ah.
To reduce our marinating time, because otherwise it'd have to sit for a good while.
Got it.
So we're taking a cheater approach, which I fully employ every time I can. There we go. A little bit of bay, because we like that, but not a whole ton. It's pretty potent, usually. Even when it's dried and powdered. Let's see. I usually like something from the mint family, so rosemary or marjoram. Now the question arises, where is my rosemary? So, here it is. Haha. Hiding cleverly in all the junk that is my kitchen. To our friends on YouTube, it is probably messy, and yes, it will stay that way. I have no intent of changing it, because every time I do it just changes back, so we're sticking with it. Anyone who doesn't like it, I suggest you don't watch. As to avoid rustling your jimmies to the furthest. But the rosemary's is very nice. We also have sweet potatoes we'll be doing. And let's see. We need a few more things in this. Doot doot. Buzz, you're in the way. And now you just hit all the wine, because you're clumsy.
Now what are you adding?
This is a whole ton of garlic powder. Because everybody loves garlic with chicken. There we go. Layer in a bunch of that, because it's going to get watered down when we put it in the pan, too. There we go. And you can use fresh onion, but I have a whole ton of onion that's been dried via dehumidifier, so little pieces that you can chop up. And that'll be perfect for our purposes right here. There we go. Lacking real lemons, I can substitute a little bit of lemon juice real fast. There we go. Just a little oil now that we got the other stuff in there. You may wonder if this much oil is healthy, and the answer is always, sure, why not? Well, if you're not that piece of shit, you do some moderate form of exercise at some point in time, you should be fine. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that's Parsley. And she's trying to censor my opinions on the morbidly obese over here. Because, fun fact, I don't know why, my lady friend seems to find fat women to still be attractive by some means, so that's good for her. I personally do not share that. There we go. Just get it mixed up nicely. Right. So if you're sneaky like me, and you have someone in your family who works in food, especially for a medical facility, you too can hijack large amounts of gloves, and thus use those to avoid having to wash your hands more than necessary, which can be very nice. It'll also have a distinct usefulness here in a minute. There we go. I don't know about everyone else, but usually if there's that stringy gunk, I'll just tear off a little bit of it real fast as we get going. Just because otherwise you know it's going to start coming off anyway. I should save the bits for the various cats I have and go ahead and drag it over here. I always try to get it coated nicely first, just because why not? There we go. And once again, if we were going to do this longer, you could just marinate it in a Ziploc bag. Though in that instance, if you were going to leave it overnight, what I would probably do is let it sit for a few hours nice and happy, but then reach in and drag out the bay leaves, because if they sit in there too long, then it's going to end up rubbing off on it really strong. Same thing with pasta sauces. If you cook those, you usually take those out. Also because no one wants to get a big old mouthful of bay leaf usually. But the flavor they provide is pretty amazing, so it's worth the little bit of extra effort. Okay. Now, having let it set momentarily, we will use a marinade injector once it wants to cooperate. No need to stop here. It's just easy for them to get jammed up sometimes. Got some pretty good suction. There we go. We just keep creating a vacuum. There we go. And you can be as precise or not precise as you want. But get that in there. You don't really need a whole ton. You can tell from the way the meat swells that it's getting it in there. And then you have the cute puncture wounds that'll ooze, and that's good. Here we go. Wrestling the chicken. Now, of course, since these are sharp and meant to go into meat, you probably want to be careful, because if you poke it through and you're not paying attention, you could probably stab your hand pretty good. I haven't done that, but I feel like I've been honored by nature to have a little more common sense than most this current generation, so do what you will. There we go. And just make sure you get a whole bunch of that inside of there. Like an alien depositing eggs. go. Go ahead and stop it. What are you doing?
Imitating blinking eye. An alien depositing eggs?
Clearly you don't watch enough science fiction, Domino.
And this is the completed chicken. Yum, yum, yum. Looks quite
good,
delicious,
yes.
darling.
Well, wonderful to know.
And we have some potatoes over here.